It was a hard-fought battle. They got the big guys are a tough matchup for us. Just two huge guys sitting in the paint, and they kind of just sit there the whole possession. So it's hard to get box out position. But we gotta watch the film, and if we catch them in the conference tournament, we'll be a little better prepared. But I think it was just shows to our team like our resilience. We just kept fighting, and again the experience just plays a part. Like it's a huge difference, and it's a huge advantage just having the composure in crunch time.
Kaden, if you could take us back towards the end of regulation, you guys are down by 5, less than a minute to play, and you got a clean look. What were you thinking about in that moment, or is it just you've been through it so much you just let it fly?
Yeah, just kind of in the moment, just getting lost in the game, but obviously was going to drive to the hoop to get a quick 2. But then the big started sinking low, so knew that the shot might have been there, and just shot it. And glad my teammates have confidence in me in those moments to make the big ones, and glad it went in.
Coach comes in here and talks about you guys playing with a scoreboard in mind, or playing without thinking of the scoreboard. How easy is it to do that, or how hard is it to do that? Excuse me, whenever you're down by 5, 40 seconds ago, you guys still in that mode? Do you feel like you found yourselves in that mode at that point in the game tonight?
Yeah, he makes sure we're in it by just preaching it, and I think. I think he said in one timeout, I don't care if we win. I just want us to be our best in next possession and get better. And like that kind of brings comfort. It doesn't take all the pressure off, but it does in a sense of just knowing that we're not worried about we're just worried about getting better. And he really preaches that and means it. So.
Physicality, is this the most physical game you guys have played all season?
Definitely up there. Obviously with their 2 bigs, physicality in the paint, and their guards did a good job being physical in the ball screens and making it hard for us. And their rotations were a little different than what they did last game, and that was probably the biggest difference other than the physicality, like you said. But the rotations that they were doing on the defensive side was much different.
How valuable was the experience in terms of being able to maintain your composure since that game got pretty chippy and aggressive?
Yeah, we've been in close games all year. It feels like every game. Like we've probably said earlier, these close games are just getting us more prepared for March, because we know every game in March is going to be close. And glad we pulled this one out, but we got to figure out some things. But glad it's still February, so we're still getting better.
I'm not sure if I'm just paying more attention to it or not, but the last few games seems like Colin keeps coming up with huge plays on the defensive end, getting a steal, knocking the ball out there late in the game. Is that something you guys have seen throughout his time here, or are you seeing maybe him pick that up more here recently?
Yeah, he's a winner. That's our point guard. We ride or die for him, and he's not only a leader in his voice, but in the way he plays. And when it's crunch time, he's willing to do anything and everything to get the win. So I'm glad that number 0 is on our team in those moments.
Where's the instance there in the second half where it got, a lock game landed on Josh and kind of landed near his head, and JJ got in his face. And he's kind of been the emotional leader for this team. At least it seems on the outside when he's revving up the crowd, revving up you guys at least. Where would you guys be, or what does he bring to this team, I guess, in general, from that perspective? Like, you guys are 2 senior veterans. You've seen everything in college basketball, but you got a guy like that who's willing to be the pit bull and be the loud guy. What does he bring to this team?
Yeah, it's just straight heart. Like you guys, what you're seeing is just who he is. Like that, getting a stop, just yelling, fist pumping. Like that's just JJ, and it helps us because sometimes we're exhausted out there. Your spirits get a little low, and you see a guy like that diving on the floor head first. It's like that just raises our level of competition and our level of play, because you don't see your teammate dive on the floor and not be like, and you're gonna lead by example. He leads by example, and just knowing that. He's on our team again, just like Colin. We got some comforting dudes on our team.
FIU's taking you guys to overtime twice now, and New Mexico State's taking you to the last shot of the game twice as well. Both those teams towards the bottom of the standings. Does that just show how competitive this league is and how anybody can win on any given night?
Yeah, absolutely. All 3 years here in Conference USA, that's how it's been, and we know that. So we don't even look at the standings, so we don't even know that they're at the bottom. But, anybody can beat anybody in this league. I saw Delaware almost beat Western Kentucky last night, probably should have. But we know that like Coach says, every game has a life of its own, and it's time to flip the page now, move on to Western for Saturday. Quick turnaround. Obviously, went into overtime. I think their game went into overtime, but they get a little extra day of rest. So now it's time to get some treatment and get ready for Saturday.